Gemini, hey, what's going on? How are you? My name is Antoine. I want to welcome you back to the House of Luminance. We're here to go over your love messages for the middle 10 days of December of 2022. All right, so this is roughly going to cover the 11th through the 20th of all placements of Gemini, including the Gemini lover, if you're in the house. All right. Thank you guys so much for just being here. I really truly appreciate and value your presence. Thank you all again. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, okay, comment down below and let me know how everything is working out. Energies for Gemini. Let's get just a couple of more shuffles. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, Gemini. So we have flighty. Okay. We have flighty here. And then under the deck, we have karmic ties. Okay. You know, Gemini, let me tell you what I feel here with this energy. It feels very much like, you ever feel kind of in too deep, you know? Um, you feel like you've been kind of developing something with someone and it's gotten past a particular point. We're past this point. We're starting to like establish certain things, or we've got like a certain thing kind of going. We have like a little give and take kind of thing going here a little bit. But I feel like Gemini, even before it got to that level, there could have been certain red flags that you spotted that really should have made you. And again, many of you are only realizing this in retrospect. So it's like you saw certain red flags that really should have made you kind of, fly away, and in fact, like some of you are having that energy now where it's like you're feeling like, hey, you know what, I gotta, ooh, like I don't know if I don't know if I can commit to that like I thought I could. You understand? And Gemini, sometimes that's how it is, right? One of your twins made perfect sense at that time, and then now at this time, the other side is making sense. Um, and I mean that's just a human thing as well. Especially if I'm talking to the cross watcher here, the Gemini lover. So it does feel like, like I said, something established has occurred, something concrete has occurred. Okay. There is this energy where it's like, okay, because of maybe a contract that you signed or just, some sort of soul bond that you created with this particular individual. Yeah, it looks like you will have to kind of carry this person's energy, maybe even a little longer than you really wanted to. Um, but I do see that you are like trying to make steps to like maybe back yourself out of this energy a little bit, or maybe even make yourself unavailable. Oh, separate card wanted to show itself as well. So yeah, some of you are like trying to make whatever steps occur, like to separate or move back from something or someone, based off of like what you're witnessing or what you're seeing out of this person. We're gonna go ahead and clarify this with the tarot. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this energy. All right, we have the Queen of Cups, the World, or excuse me, the Wheel, Ooh, the King of Cups. Knight of Wands. Okay. And then the Nine of Cups. Okay. So Gemini, I don't, yeah. Okay, so I feel like you and your person, like I said, y'all have established something. I'm looking at the King and the Queen of Cups here. So this is an established relationship. This is, right? And maybe even up to this point, you have, you know, obtained a certain level of happiness. You understand? Now, I'm getting this feeling here with, like I said earlier, with the, in the wheel card actually here just kind of confirms it. It feels like, you know, your feelings are changing or certain red flags are starting to surface again. Okay. Also, I do even kind of get the feeling that, okay, I feel like some of you could possibly even be suspicious of like maybe them, having an eye elsewhere, like a wandering eye. Maybe they haven't, I don't feel like they've acted on it or anything of that nature, but it feels as though like maybe they have a wandering eye. It could also be even that you, Gemini, maybe are seeing other things. Maybe you're realizing like this is just not where you really want to be right now. And there's just a way, there's this energy of saying like, okay, I want to go back. All right. Like it would make you happier to either go back to being single or maybe go back to when there wasn't just so much on the relationship. However, it's really difficult to do because, there's karmic ties here at play. So you guys, you may already be married or you may have children together. You may have businesses together. Okay. Still linked together. And it could be that too, Gemini. It could be just the idea of like, dang, I have to be linked to this person. You know, but that's what happens when we ignore red flags sometimes. But then it's like you never know because then it's like, okay, you sometimes ignore a red flag thinking, oh, well, I can tolerate that or I can change that, you know, and then you end up being the one changing, right? So we have the Four of Wands. Yeah. So I really feel like I'm talking to those of you who are either in like some sort of deep committed relationship with your person or married. Two of Cups. Okay. Four of Swords. Yeah. And then the Star. And then under the deck, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, Gemini, I can see you kind of in your head, um, you know, like for this mid part of December, really just trying to figure out, strategize, think. Like I see that here with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. Like you're strategizing, maybe you're even praying to spirit, like, okay, please let me have a way out of this. You know what I mean? And I mean, of course, right, you can always just say and communicate with this person, like, you know what? I want out. You know what I mean? But like I said, if it's a very established situation that you're in already, that may not always necessarily be easy. You understand? So there is some strategy, there is some planning involved. But I do feel like there overall though is a lot of love that you have for this person. I just think that there's just something that is just kind of intolerable, right? Um, because otherwise, like there's been a lot of success in the relationship. Okay. Um, but I do feel like maybe emotionally, Gemini, either you or them have been kind of maybe isolating yourselves. Um, and it feels like there's some sort of prayer or some sort of wish that you're hoping for spirit to answer. And I think that maybe for many of you, the answer that you've been hearing is, hey, this is your relationship, right? This is a pretty much, for the most part, a pretty good relationship. Um, you know what I mean? And you're unhappy for why? All right. Yeah, you're going to have to strategize and figure your own way out of this, right? It's kind of how I feel like this Gemini. I honestly, I'm the thing about it though is like I thought it was going to be kind of like a negative reading here because of the flighty energy, but now as I've come full circle with it, I don't feel like it's that at all. I feel like it's actually quite positive. I really feel like maybe there's just something that you may be growing sick and tired of, right? Um, how can I say it? There's a show. Okay, so like there's a show that I watched um back in the day called Scrubs. And in that show there was an episode where Dr. Bob Kelso um he well, excuse me, no, where Carla wanted her I think he was her husband at the time. She wanted him to remove the, I guess, the mole that was on his face. It bothered her. It bothered her that he had a mole on his lip. And so um, then she gets told a story by Dr. Bob Kelso that I mentioned earlier about how he asked his wife to change something, and now he realized that she changed it for him, but he actually misses that now. And I think that that's an occurrence of what's happening here, right? Like there's something that's just annoying you about your person, okay? To the point to where it's just like you just feel like it's just grown intolerable, all right? I think, but that's actually the very essence of that person, okay? And really, there's nothing really there's nothing really happening in this situation to make me feel, Gemini, that you're just genuinely annoyed by this one particular thing. And so, it's something that you may still could possibly overlook. I mean, you overlooked it before. You fell in love with this person at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all just let me know what's going on in the comment box below, y'all, because I think I confused y'all. I hope I didn't. But let me know. Um, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.